Friday the 13th Part 3. I gotta say, it was still a pretty good movie. Still a classic like the first two and everything. Uh, you know, Basically sort of the same plot. You got a group of friends who decide to get one of their friends out of the house and everything. So they decide to go to Crystal Lake. Not Camp Crystal Lake, Crystal Lake, the actual lake, where there's another area and everything. And the main character of the story, apparently she used to live there with her family until something happened that made her leave for a couple months. Which they tell you later on in the movie. That's because she got attacked by this weird guy after she came home late and got yelled at by her parents, got smacked by her mom, so she left to hide outside to make him feel bad. And then she ended up getting attacked by Jason, of course. This one, it's not bad, but to me it kind of slows the start. At the very beginning you get two gruesome deaths and everything, and two people already bite the dust. And, it takes another 30-something minutes for people to die. 3 people end up dying, and you get to see some of the deaths, but there's like 2 deaths that you didn't get to see that you actually really would have wanted to see. You actually get to see Jason a lot more, and in this one, thanks to a guy who's a little self-conscious about himself, Shelby, who does practical jokes and everything, has a hockey mask, and this is where Jason gets his iconic hockey mask from killing him and taking it from him. Cover up his, messed up face and everything. The killing, the deaths and everything there are still pretty cool. Still pretty unique deaths and everything, especially for a Friday the 13th movie. You got a guy who gets his head squeezed so hard that his eyeballs pop out. Someone who gets stabbed by a pitchfork. 2 people get stabbed by a pitchfork. One girl gets a freaking harpoon gun right through her eye. And of course, as tradition with the other 2 films, only one person survives. However, this time, the person who survives ends up going crazy and is seeing things and is borderline fucking nuts after her experience and everything. And she's an intelligent heroine, but she's not an intelligent heroine. She hits him, knocks him out cold, and then decides to run. Second time she knocks him out cold, she hangs him thinking he's dead. When he shows her he's not dead, she puts an axe to his face. After putting an axe to her face, she doesn't decide to hit him more times with an axe, just finally assumes that he'd be dead. You hung him, he didn't die, so an axe to the face, yeah, that'll kill him. One time she was smart enough to trick him and hit him with a big ass fucking piece of lumber, but then just got away. And then it hit him again and again, because it's traditional, if you knock out the enemy, apparently the enemy's down for the count, but that again goes along with the traditional horror movies and everything, that's how it's supposed to go, and only one person is supposed to survive. I'm not sexist or anything, I really like how it's female, but if I'm not mistaken, 4 and 5 also deal with heroines who are females. I don't think it's until 6, which I believe is Jason Lives, where Tommy is the main hero and it's a guy. Like I said, not sexist or anything, but let's mix it up a little bit, Female heroines are terrific. I love them, But it not only can a female outsmart a psychopath killer like Jason, But, all in all, it is another one that I would suggest watching. Of course, you might want to watch 1 and 2 first, but you really don't have to. So I kind of feel like it's a TV show. It shows you the last events that happened in the previous movie, even though the character Jenny from the previous movie has not been attacked by Jason or anything, or was not hunted down. She's fine, she's safe, she's alive. Woohoo for her. Let's move on to a new group of kids and everything. So maybe hopefully by the 4th one they don't show previously on Friday the 13th Part 3. And I'm gonna watch the 4th one tomorrow. And I remember it being called the final chapter and everything, even though it's not the final chapter because there's 12 movies right now and everything. But I'd have to say, all in all, the plot on this one, honestly, with horror movies, I honestly don't care if someone has, a self-conscious problem, or they had a problem with their parents or anything, because if you could tell who the heroine or hero is gonna be, You know who's gonna survive? And those other people, even though they've got this great background story and everything, are gonna end up dying. So honestly, you really don't need that big of a thing. And this also too is, you know, another one of the movies that introduced us to the stoners. The stoners end up dying, except for the one stoner girl. She gets stabbed completely through with it's things you keep by the fireplace poker, but it was left in the fireplace when he stabbed her. So as he stabbed her, she was cauterized, so she could have survived. She might just have been knocked out from that because it cauterized the wound as it went through her. It's just sticking out of her. So, you know, maybe she survived, maybe she not, but apparently she didn't because they say the only survivor is the one girl, you know? Sorry about that. You know, plot's not bad, you know, and everything. It's the same thing. A group of teenagers decide to go up to Camp Crystal Lake, or Crystal Lake in general, end up getting hacked away by Jason. You know, the typical Friday the 13th stuff. But all in all, it is a good movie. So far, I think the second movie and the first movie are still better, but the third one is still a pretty good film. My final verdict for Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D would be a solid 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, totally, you know. It is a very, very, you know, it's a good movie. It is a good movie. It stands, you know, with the Friday the 13th franchise, and at least it didn't try anything stupid like Halloween with some weird killer masks and everything. At least it didn't do that. It decided to keep with the tradition of keeping Jason as the main killer and everything, and, you know, that is cool. So, yeah. It's good. I wouldn't say it's better than the 1 or 2, but it's still good and it still holds up today. Some of the special effects, again, look outdated, but some of them look actually really, really good for a movie from 1984. You know, if you were going to watch them, like I said, you don't have to watch them in order, you know, because each time it's a different situation. But watching them in order is good, but you could actually watch 3 first if you wanted to, because it's the weakest out of the 3 so far, and then watch 1 and 2, or however, it doesn't matter. It's still a good movie to watch and everything, and, you know, I believe belongs to the Friday the 13th franchise and everything. So, go ahead, leave me a comment down below. What did you think of Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D? And share and like this video so, you know, your other friends can see it. Maybe they have their opinion and everything. Maybe they'll agree with me. Maybe they won't. Thanks for watching. Have a more phenomenal day.